Okay, guys, so last night we broke down the 4th and 5 play that won the game for Indiana versus Miami in the national championship. But tonight, while the 4th and 5 play is the play that I felt like Indiana won the national championship, this is the play that changed the entire game. And without this play, the 4th and 5 doesn't happen. And I'm talking about the blocked punt from Mikhail Kamara for Indiana. And what is crazy as we break down this play, I don't think I realized it live, but Indiana blocked this in a punt safe formation. They kept their defense out there. Why? Because while, yes, it was only the third quarter with 5 minutes, 11 seconds left to go, it was a 4th and 1. And for whatever reason, Indiana just did not trust that Miami would punt this ball away. So they kept their defense out. They put one of their return men back deep, and they just played punt safe. And they still got home, blocked this punt, and returned it for a touchdown. Let's go ahead and break it down exactly what happened and where it all went wrong for Miami. So Mikhail Kamara, I hope I'm pronouncing his first name right. He is this stand-up defensive end right here. And Miami comes out in a pretty spread formation, but they still have 3 personal protectors. Where the first issue happened is Mikhail Kamara is really in like a wide 9 technique and really makes it hard for this tackle to be able to open up and get a good significant shove, pushing him off his line. That was the first failure for this play for Miami. As you can see, he steps out, tries to get a piece of him, but that's not much. You've got to really be able to extend, push him off his mark, because it's not really necessarily about, oh, you got to hold him for quite a while. It's really pushing him off his mark. And if the punter is being able to catch a snap, take his 1 step, 2 step, get the ball out, by the time you push him off his mark, you've already ruined the timing, and he should not be able to be in a position to block this punt. But that did not happen here. Now we move on to the personal protectors. These 3 personal protectors are the last men of defense, and always, first and foremost, the straightest or the fastest way to get from point A to point B is a straight line, which means the personal protectors have to protect their inside gaps first. If for some reason, and I'm talking about this right personal protector right here, number 87, if for some reason you get 2 defenders on the inside of your gap and another defender to the outside, you have to leave the defender to the outside and protect your inside gap. But that's only if for some reason they get double pressure to the inside. Right here, there is no immediate threat to his inside. And this cat right here is going to get there, but you still have your center personal protector there to be able to pick him up. There is no reason why he did not step out at all and try to get a piece of Kamara. He just kind of throwed a little bit of a chicken wing, and it was just terrible. There was no resistance there. Kamara does a really good job of bending his arm inside, putting that left arm up, and just swatting that ball and getting a massive punt block that was then recovered for 6. Let's look at it from a couple different angles. But guys, if you're enjoying this video, hit that free subscribe button, join the team, and help support this channel. I would appreciate it very much. So we're going to play it through right here. First off, remember, first line of defense didn't really get a good push. They didn't get him off his mark. You can see right here, Kamara does get a really good jump off right here. He's able to avoid this first wave. And now on to the personal protectors. I know these guys do not need to create separation, because if they create separation, now you're creating gaps inside to be able to shoot through. But when there is no immediate threat to your inside and you have an immediate threat to the outside, he's got to step out and push this guy off the point. He cannot keep a short edge off to the right side and let Kamara get close to the punter. That's exactly what he does right here. He doesn't extend that right foot. He really just allows him to pass right on by, doesn't even get a full extension with 2 arms. And, I mean, the punter had no chance here. Miami at this point in the game really was looking like they were starting to get a little bit of momentum, but this was just a crucial mistake that happened at the worst time and really at the worst part of the field, because not only was it a punt block and you could have changed momentum, and it did change momentum, but it was a punt block for 6. Watch it again from this copy right here. Once again, doesn't really get a good push. 87, he's got to move that foot. He's got to extend out more, and he just doesn't. And it results in that punt. Massive, massive change. I think the 4th and 5 call is what won them the game, but it was this play right here that set the stage and really got everything back on Indiana's side. And without this play, we could be talking about a different national champion. Now, one more thing real quick that I do want to bring up. This punter took 5 steps, and that's not really the ideal situation. He really should have took a minimum of 3 steps, get this ball out. But especially in a 4th and 1 situation, there are a lot of times where coaches will give freedom to a punter. They practice this stuff not all week, but all year, and they talk about it every single week, that as you roll into your right, as you take your steps, if you feel like you don't have immediate pressure and everybody fans out and just goes and covers, you do have the option to take off and run. I don't know if this punter had that option in this situation, but he took that first step and 2 steps, kind of looking like he was looking, and then by that time he has to corral his steps back, and then it took 5 steps. That's entirely way too long, even for a punt safe. But anyways, guys, that will do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, stay humble, stay kind. Peace.